Oh, look, I'm proud of myself, but I'm a winner, and I expect to be winning, and unfortunately tonight I just fell short.
How did it feel going in there against the former lightweight unified champion? Everyone
Oh,
said he'd be a class above. How did you feel in there with him?
I don't feel that he was like, yes, he won the fight, and you know, some experience showed, but I believe I'm at that level. I think with a full camp behind me and an opponent we can work on, I believe we're up there and we can work with these fellas. Look, he can punch, but I've definitely been hit harder. That's for sure. I wasn't too phased about his power, and but in saying that, I need to keep my hands up more. That right hand needs to stay on my chin, and I think there's a lot to work on there. But look, these two fellas here beside me, Luke and Steve, you know, these two combined, I don't think there's much more experience in Australian boxing, if not world boxing, than these two I've got in my corner. So I'm very comfortable in getting to the top with these fellas, and I can't thank them enough for all they do and the work they put in.
There's plenty said between rounds. What was some of the conversation out there tonight? Looked like you were chatting to each other a lot.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of urgency to get that right hand up. Only because he was just scoring with it. It wasn't hurting me, but.
No, between you and George.
Oh,
You and George,
okay, yeah.
That was during the rounds too,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just at
That
the
was,
end.
that was that's just camaraderie, right?
Of course.
We're
Yeah,
fighters, and he was bleeding. And I said, "Fuck you, you're bleeding too." I said, "You're marking up," and that's it's all part of it. I wasn't scared of him. I knew he was gonna back chat and those sorts of things, so I give it back.
You started fast. You seemed to settle in around 4 or 5 maybe, and then obviously drive it home. Is that how it felt? Were you surprised at the start at his speed, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely quick. I mean, coming up from that lightweight to super light, the speed was a little bit of an adjustment for me. But, like I said, I took this fight on 5 days' notice. So I'm fairly happy with the performance, but I'm here to win. So, yeah.
You sense a change after the head clash? George said he was going good until the head clash opened the cut.
Yeah, there was a cut there, but, I mean, it wasn't my head. So I can't comment on that.
What did you tell yourself, or what did the corner tell you to change that gear from 6 on?
Just find something. I just wanted to step it up a notch, and I believe I did. But to these judges down here, it wasn't enough. But I'll be back. I belong up here.
You will be back with the matchroom contract Monday morning, apparently.
Yeah, I'm holding for that.
Yeah.
No, we'll sit down as a team and we'll sort through all of that. So
And
we'll
that
see.
was discussed prior.
Look, I think he's a chance. I don't know if he's still up at that level, but he beat me tonight, so I think he can get right up there and get the big fights and the big belts, and he could even potentially get all the belts again one day. He's certainly not done yet, and that just proved tonight. He beat a young and upcoming strong fighter.
Do you feel like this could put you in good stead for some international names as well?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that just showed tonight as to where we're at, and I look forward to talking to Eddie and other promoters around the place and getting these big fights happening.
Are you any chance of still turning up in Newcastle?
I don't know about that one. I've got a bit of a rest, but I'll be back to training, in a week or so, and just back to the grind.